Alright guys, welcome to your 20th UDK tutorial, and in this tutorial, actually in these upcoming tutorials, I'm going to be teaching you guys how to create your own custom materials because check out these materials right here. We have a limited amount of materials that we can work with, and they probably aren't the best materials of choice whenever you're creating your level. So therefore, we need to learn how to create our own custom materials. But before we do that, we need to get a little more familiar with this thing called the content browser. So go ahead and open up your content browser and clear everything out by hitting All Assets, X, and Clear. And once you have everything cleared out, you're ready to learn what I need to teach you. And that's this section over here. I kind of browsed over it whenever I was talking to you guys about the interface, or I don't even know what tutorial I was talking about, but now I want to tell you guys a little bit more about this section right here and the differences between collections and packages, because whenever we're creating our own materials, we're going to be storing them in packages instead of storing our materials in collections. Actually, we can do both, but there's a difference, and that's what I'm going to be teaching you guys. So, first of all, let me tell you guys what a collection is. A collection is pretty much like your favorite folder on Windows, or maybe on like your internet or whatever. It's basically your favorites. So shared collections is whenever you're working with a team, these are the things you want to share, like your favorite materials or maybe the particles that you use in your game. Now, my collections, those are your personal collections. So, Bucky's, that's the stuff that I use. Say, if I was working alone on a level, this is the stuff that I would commonly use. So, let me go ahead and show you guys how to create one right here. Go ahead and enter a name. I'm going to put like Bucky's Faves. And go ahead and click OK. And now, like I said, a collection is pretty much like a favorites folder. So now you can see if we double click this, we get nothing in our folder by default because we didn't add anything yet. So say I was working on a game and I wanted to have materials, and make sure you go up to all assets, go to materials, and then go down to building materials right here, and I say, alright, I want this material right here that I'm going to be using a lot, so I want to add this to my collection. In order to add this to my collection right here, just go ahead and hit this little button right here, and what this does is it added one asset to Bucky's Fave. So now if we go ahead and double click Bucky's Fave, we get that material right in there. Pretty cool, huh? So now let's go ahead to all assets again, and say if I wanted to add multiple ones, just hold this, hold control and control and control, and if I hit this plus button, it adds all those four to my faves. So now I have all 5 materials in my faves. So that's the basics of what my collections is. Like I said, it's basically just a favorites folder. So in order to remove any of these from my collection, just go ahead and right click and hit remove, or you can just go ahead and select them all by holding control and right clicking and hit remove from collection. So now I have nothing in my collection, and if I want to delete my entire collection, just go ahead and hit remove selected collection, and it verifies that you want to delete it, and I do want to delete it. So now what we're going to be doing is, actually, let me think for a second. Okay, in the next tutorial I'm going to be telling you guys how to make your own individual packages and how they differ from collections. And I'm also going to be teaching you guys how to open the material editor, and eventually we're going to be creating our own materials like these right here. So it's going to be definitely awesome. You definitely want to check it out. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.